Okay.
Yeah, minus. Yeah, if
Whether
you set
it's
it to
long or
plus,
short.
and I don't know why you would do it, but if you set it to plus, it'll put it above your entry for your trail stop.
It's
Right.
almost like a
That
limit
doesn't
order.
make any sense.
Yeah,
You're right. And you'll never get stopped out because it'll never get there.
yeah. Yeah, unless it's maybe if you're shorting a common stock and you would want it plus, I'm not sure. Maybe that's why. I don't trade common, so I haven't tried that.
Okay. Yeah, me either. Oh, yeah. So that makes sense. So if it's an option, the value is always going to get higher.
Correct, yeah.
You want it to be 10% below it. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
whatever your percentage.
Yeah, and that was going to be the next question. What's your percentage that you find works well?
I try to avoid
Does it
trail
depend on the
stops. Trail
morning,
stops are
guys.
tough with options. It usually like Big O does, like Jerry does, he waits till he's up a certain percentage, then he'll set a tight trail stop. I find that if I try to set a trail stop right away, I usually get stopped out unless I make it something ridiculous like 40% or something. Maybe that's because I'm
Okay.
not quite as perfect with my entries, but yeah, I try not to set trail stops. I try to do more of a bracket order, OCO bracket order, but yeah, it seems like a trail stop. Maybe it'll come up a little bit and I'll be, instead of 10% under, I might be 3 or 4% under, and then it pulls back and stops me out for 3 or 4% loss.
Okay. Did I hear somebody say once that you, even if you're trading the option, that you can set your stop according to the stock price?
I've never done that. I think there is a way to do it, but I've never done it.
Yeah, you
Okay.
could do that. Yep. It's
Okay.
under the conditional order.
Is there a reverse? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been pouring through YouTube videos. So I'm sort of familiar with conditional orders. Great. Is there anything else that it sounds like it may not be able to do it and get it all set up before the market opens today?
Yeah, it's not, I mean, it's not, if you want to set up a trail, use an active trader.
I'm trying to, I'm learning how.
For a trail stop, if you set your drop down, your template drop down, set it to, I believe it's in the video, but if I remember right, it's trigger with bracket. And then the first box, that'll give you 2 lines with 2 check
Take
boxes
the
under
limit
enabled.
box off. Right.
Yeah, the limit box, you uncheck
Yep.
that
Yeah, I
box.
have a whole. Yeah, got it. I have those. I've got probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trailing stops templates, and then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stop templates.
Yeah.
So if I enter something, do I just go back in and use that template, that bracket template for a stop, and
Yeah, and
create a new order?
there's actually a way to set that to automatically reset itself when you get into a new order. It'll default to that
Okay.
template, and I don't remember how to do that. I think it's under application settings in the top right, or set up application settings. Does anybody remember where
Is
that's
it the
at?
little cog? Okay.
Yeah, under setup in the top right of your main screen. Go
Yeah,
to
order default.
yeah, application settings, and then active trader under the general tab. See where it says reset
Got it.
AT order template after sending?
Uh-huh.
You want that
Don't click that.
unchecked. Yeah, if you uncheck
Okay.
that, it'll stay at whatever you have it set at for each trade.
Heck yeah. So will I need to put, because it's a bracket order, anything I put, and I have the stop, say 50 cents below or whatever template in, it'll send that order at the same time I enter my trade.
Yeah,
because that template box is unchecked.
yeah, with, if, whatever, if you get in a trade with that template set and you exit that trade, by default, it'll go back to single template. But if you uncheck that box, it'll stay at whatever template you had set in there. So you don't have to reset it
Awesome.
every time.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, final question. If I use the bracket order for options, should my stop be 25 cents, 50 cents, $1? Should I just do it in my head at first?
That really depends a lot on the stock. I mean, you're gonna have a different stop for Amazon than you would for, say, Alcoa.
Right.
The price difference is so, it's really gonna depend on that. It's gonna depend on your risk tolerance.
Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you.
All right,
My
thanks.
risk tolerance. is good. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, no
Happy
problem.
trading.
Good morning, everybody.
Morning, everybody.
Hey, Gary, some analyst updated SE that might move this morning.
This is on fire. I saw a lot of flow yesterday into it, 350 calls, spaced out for a month. I think it's gonna retest its high around 285-ish and prepare for the next leg up. And apparently Wish is just on fire, man. Jesus. Hey guys, whoever's playing options, just remember it's 0 days, so just follow what Jerry says.
Big O being quiet this morning.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Netflix is absolutely ripping it.
Jerry, is your microphone on?
I can't hear him either. if he
No.
is talking.
Oh. Sorry. I had to reset my server this morning, and my screen did not come. It didn't import on my other laptop. It's got my big screens up on it. APPN's ripping, so now I'm having to reload it. I'm having to reload the whole damn thing and pull my tickers back up. What the hell? All right, so I'm gonna do it. So we'll get it going here in a second. I just gotta put my stuff back in here.
JKS is moving.
He had earnings.
Myrna is ripping.
All right, here we go. Cocksuckers, I'm talking about dirty. They have blanked my screen, my complete screen, right open. I had to reset, I had to reload my workspace. Test is going up here. All right, here we go. Baidu's ripping, gapped up. Let's see here. UPS gap down to be trying to fill the gap. Zoom just sitting there, video's trying to come down. Myrna's up, Novak's up, Baidu gapped up and ripping here. Baidu had a good day yesterday. APPN's up. SE looking for shop. Oh yeah, I got Amazon up here. Can't forget Amazon. Sheesh. Amazon coming back down. Baidu's along. This thing's got to be moving to make money on. Baidu up, say up 0.64% instant. So I have to go back in here and fix this stuff. The dirtiest stuff I ever saw in my life. I'm always doing some crazy stuff. All right, here we go. It's coming back down. Amazon puking here. UPS trying to fill that gap. The most inconvenient time. UPS is long. UPS is long here. For gap fill. It's so dirty. Get it straightened out here. It's just like the most busiest time of the day in there. They're messy. Shop come on back down. Etsy's up. All right, let's pull a 10% scan up here. That's the most inconvenient thing I've ever seen in my life. All right, UPS is long here, so we can get that fill. All right, so we got Nike. All right, there's space. Unless it's just an alert, just now alert me That's ripping. All right, we're gonna try to look at space for gap fill. It could roll and come back up, so just be aware. So let's wait. I got it marked though. It's pretty strong on news.
Etsy broke pivot heading up again.
Oh yeah. Oh shit, Roku too. We're giant on Roku. Roku's gonna go to 431. Roku's long. Novak's coming up nice. I'm up 30% on Roku, guys. Which one to ask? I said we can get Sally on.
Yeah, just play those at the money options for JKS. Thank you very much for that wisdom yesterday.
Yeah, ain't that better? Really? It's a lot better in it.
Yeah, at least you're in the money right away, right?
Hell yeah. Yeah. Up 30% Roku. Roku pulling back down here. Crazy, man. Roku support come right back down. Let's see if it rushed to it here.
Come on, damn it. Why did I do what I did? Shit.
Mike's open. UPS up. UPS is coming on up to fill that gap. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, Roku. I'll take my 30% and be happy. All right, UPS. Let's go manage you. There we go. UPS. What you got me? UPS gonna fill that gap, boys and girls. This might catch a big ass down spot, that big buck.
I'm watching space for a breakdown. Still gap.
Nice. Shopify puking. Roku coming up. Etsy gonna try to break again. Roku breaks 432. It's gonna be long. Yeah. That's how you catch a $60 spike on UPS, boys. That's how shit. Those spreads can work in your favor, guys. Mhm. That's how you catch a big old spike. Amazon, what are you doing over here? Shoot, boy. Amazon's fixing to be short here. Amazing. Let me short when it breaks here. Target 3350. Come on. Is it gonna bounce here or it's gonna puke? What a spy look like, guys? Anybody know? UPS is gonna be long again as soon as it crosses the high. Thank you, Lord. Let me test. We all get frustrated. Hell, they threw a damn rock at me this morning. Tesla's holding. If it breaks below, guys, 685.88, I'll be short for gap fill. All right. Amazon, thank you very much.
Jerry, run.
Right, thank you so much.
I thought he told you to run.
Run! What the fuck? What's going on?
Price target raised for run.
Price target for run. I have to look at it in a second. I got about 5 or 6 more trades going on right here. UPS is long again. Baidu's long. UPS long for gap fill right now. Hit it. It's got a pretty good spread on it. Join the ask. If not, you can get burnt. Baidu up 15%. Baidu gone. Baidu's cheap too. All right, up 35%. Baidu. Tesla's bouncing here. If it comes below, it's gonna gap fill. It's good for about $5. I think it's gonna find some strength here. If it does, it'll be long over 693. Novax is coming up. UPS is long. Baidu's long. Thank you very much, Baidu. I'll take that $20 spike in the week. Let's see here. Baidu still long. I'm out. Anytime I catch a spike, I'm gonna do it. Etsy long right now on the Momo hammer. Etsy long on a Momo. Eat, boys and girls. Eat. None of the birdies eat. Eat. Etsy's long. Tell me, dirty dog. All right, let me look at it. Etsy. I'm at break even as soon as I sent the order. So. UPS come back down. Look here, don't be greedy in the first few minutes. Oh shit, Amazon breaking. Yes, sir. Amazon up 6%. You got 2 deep in the money calls. Feed me. See more. Up 8%. That's how you catch Amazon, boy. Ain't nobody got nothing on me. Caught a big old spike on Amazon. Thank you. Come again. Tesla, what are you doing, my gal? Amazon short here, guys. I just spiked down the bottom. Not gonna be greedy. This thing can go and go and go. Let me take another scalp on it right quick. They're cheap. Better get them. She's short right now. Again. Deep in the money. Deep in the money. Let's see what we're ooh, up instantly. Just up instantly. Feel me, 12% up again, up 16%. Oh shit. That's how you make $600 call in just a blink of an eye, boys and girls. That's how you make a blink. A blink. They were spiking up 17, 18, 19 instantly. Big spike. She's still short. I'm not gonna press my luck. Not going to do it. The video breaking all the way down. All right, here's the next candle here. It could be short again. We'll see about taking it. It's spiking down so fast. It's got room to 33.60. It could find a base here and come back down or back up. So be aware. Let's look at Tesla right quick. EOS can't keep me down. The key is I'm be greedy. When they're spiking like that, yeah, they're spreading. But that spread, you know, it's your friend. The spread is your friend. So up $3,200 just on Amazon. Just on Amazon in a few minutes. And it was only single contracts. You don't have to have big size and make a lot of money. Keys not to be greedy. Video breaking down here, trying to pull back up. All that stuff come back down. Baidu coming down. Already had a Baidu though. Etsy, gotta make sure it don't roll over. Etsy breaks. You get down here. If Etsy breaks, 186 is fixing it. You gotta cut it if you're in it. Yeah, so Etsy's out.
JPM right now, Jerry. Go.
Stop at Etsy. Come on.
Yeah,
Tesla's fixing the gap fill here. Come on. Amazon's still puking. Tesla's gonna be short in just a second. Shopify dying. Oh, so ugly. Die. Deep in the money, boys and girls. Shopify's got a Momo shoe to the downside here. See it? There we go. Shopify up, see, instantly 4%. People wonder that it's true or not. It's true. It's fucking the truth. The video puking. Amazon puking. Tesla short for gap fill right this second. See, Shopify broke through support on the 60 here, and I mean, it's got a pivot machine gun to come down. Look at it. It based what it did was it expanded right here on the weekly. See it? Looks just like it's right here. Let me show you. Picture perfect. Tesla short enough for a gap fill. That's easy money. If you're not in there, that's a problem. There's a problem if you're not in that. That's a damn easy $5. Right here, price expanded here. See it? Pushed up, come right back down. It's a 2-2 down. Let's see that big green candle. It could come down at today if it wants to. I don't think it will, but it could. This thing could die today. I say Tesla's gonna fill this gap here and then bounce and come all the way back up to the moon. That's my prediction.
NVIDIA puking, Jerry.
I know, I see it. I see it, man. It just so many, man. I'm trying to manage all these trades. Tesla, Etsy, Shopify, killing it. Shopify had a big spread, but oh my gosh.
Where was your stop on Etsy?
1 second. Looks like I catch about $400 spike here. Etsy, my stop was right here. See that point of control line? 186.67. Stop. Tesla's filling that gap. That's easy money there. I'm telling you. Shopify up 10%. Thank you very much. Shopify down. Etsy short. That's how you catch a. That's how you catch a
Tesla's
$500
puking.
spike. Yeah, that's how you catch a big old spike right there on Shopify. Etsy short. Now this thing can hit a bottom here and come back up. The video short, Amazon short. I can only imagine SPY. Etsy short, Shopify. I'm telling you what, crazy days ahead. Amazon puking. You should have made easy money on Tesla right there. Didn't make no money there is a problem. Damn problem. Now this stuff could find a base here and turn right back around, so you need to be real careful. I just want you to be forewarned. Hey, if it could find a base and come right back up, can you imagine how much money this will make on Country Western today? Baidu's in a gap fill here. Tesla got a gap fill. That's an easy $5. That was so easy. I told you where to enter at 685. Break 685. Now it's going on down. Next target 678. Don't be greedy. If you're greedy, you're gonna get fucked. Pardon my language, but don't be greedy. Sell that shit. On these spikes, when there's volatility, the price spikes increases. All right. I mean, Shopify was spiking $400. You know what I'm saying? $400. You catch an extra $300 when you're at 10%. Deep in the money. Deep in the money calls. Deep, deep, deep in the money. Now, I'd love for Tesla to come back up to this range. All right, I'm getting a bunch of. Give me a second, guys. I'm going to look at you. Messages are quick. More. Wish had to break that $15. If it can't break that, it ain't going nowhere. Let's take a look at it. All you gotta do is look at the daily. A lot of people were saying, talking about Wish, but we can tear off the bat. If it don't break pivot high at $15, it ain't going nowhere. So ain't no sense even looking at it. HON. Oh yeah, I called that last night on Twitter. Pivot machine gun daily. Yes, sir. Yeah. So now it needs to break 218.79. Look, I set 3 alerts on there. It didn't alert me one time. Let's look at the daily on this thing, man. It based off the pivot low, coming right back through. Look at it. Pivot machine gun on the daily. Yeah. That's one hell of a pivot machine gun. Tesla trying to pull back up. This stuff can and will catch a base. And guess what? We're gonna ride it right back up them big old red candles. Big old top. Can y'all hear me now? Okay, yeah. Shot, please. The level on shop, my friend, is set you a target and sell, sell, sell. All right, guys. If these candles that open up inside, if they break the low, it is an entry or an add to the downside. Shopify, if on Strat Newbie, what you need to do is set a limit, $200 ahead, $200, 300, whatever. If you see it spiking between bid and ask, and there's a couple $100 spread there, then you're going to add an extra $200 to that spread and catch it. Novavax is trying to shoot down. All right, this is an important candle right here on that 15. If they break the low, they're short. If they come back up and they fail to break, guess what? It could be the sign of reversal. Roku's fixing to break. Etsy's short. We're going to target the bottom of the green candle on 15. Just that easy. The video's fixing to be short. Novavax is rolling over. Myrna's rolling over. All right. Etsy's short here. Roku's fixing to go short. Let me show you right quick on the chart. Look at it. 15 minutes. All right. Pushed up this morning. We're coming right back down that big green candle. All right. Pushed up. Bounced this maximum between. It's expanded. It's inside too. When it breaks this one here, it's long or short. 420's target right now. Tesla's fixing to be short again. Tesla fixing to be short. Roku short target 421.69. Tesla. Guys, don't be greedy. The market is very volatile. If you're up and all of a sudden you're down, then there's nobody to blame but you. You gotta take your profits. I'm not playing. You gotta take it. If you got a small account and you're up 30 or 40 bucks, take it. Sure. All right, watching Baidu here. All right, Baidu shopping here. It did make a lower low. If it crosses, you should have took it short already. But if it crosses 197.69, you can add to it or take it short. I wish I had VIX on. I'm gonna have to fix this screen. I just ain't got time to do it right now. All messed up over here. That's dirty. Turn my thing off and my screen don't load. I can shop that. Etsy. All right, here we go. I'll go back in. We need to keep eye on Nike too. I love for these things to find a base. All right, they're starting to slow down a little bit here, guys. So start to cover. Start to cover. A lot of them's not. They're wicking up. Shop that. Shops inside the base there. We'll take them back up. Remember these gap ups. Let me show you on Baidu right quick. I'm gonna head out. All right. Okay. All right, Baidu. A lot of times when you gas up, they'll feel about 50%, sometimes less. All right, right now it shot a big wick down. It did make a lower low here. It's inside. Now it needs to break. If it's going to go long, we want to see a push up, right? A pull back and push up. If it's going to go low, it needs to break this low here. 97.78. Still be, this thing's been strong, as I can tell you. So we can scalp it to the downside of strong stock, but it's not something you want to stay in for a long time. Right, right. All right. Tesla wicked up twice. All right, there's twice on the 15-minute here. Let's see if this zone here corresponds to anything else. Text it, or no, it's by day junction. Why? Send it. This will work out both on the 15 here, because this could be a sort of a 2-2. See right here? Gapped up, fill the gap, trying to come back up. All right. Now we do is wait. We can't do anything right now. We're just gonna wait. All right. While it's doing that, I'm fixing the screen here. Some coffee. Vicks. Everybody's quiet this morning. What the hell is going on? Vic's got a big shoe.
0 days tense, man.
Yeah, it's wide open, bro.
Google, I think I'm at a based out trying to head up. Roku trying to do the same thing right now. Just watching.
I like your music.
Thanks.
I like that. Yeah. Good. All right, guys, we're waiting on that 2-2 back up, but we do not take it until we get confirmation. What's the confirmation? Any takers?
Pullback.
There you go. There you go. Pull back. Like, you know, I used to use volume and all that stuff, man, but if you get that pullback, that's all you need. That's the only confirmation you need. VIX is coming down. We can see a lot of reversals. So guess what? We got that huge red candle. So we got a lot of stops in it. And price can quickly come back through this range. So we're gonna keep an eye on Tesla. We're gonna keep an eye on Shopify, Amazon, Etsy,
Take a look.
all of them.
I can't believe FedEx went down $16. Holy shit.
It just gives you, yeah, that's crazy. It's they follow UPS and FedEx. They follow each other. So. I still can't believe they've done me dirty right here at open.
What happened, buddy?
I shut down my laptop, the one I trade on. I pulled it back up. And, you know, it's supposed to load my screen how I left it.
Yeah,
It was black. It was back to original. Like
that's weird.
straight from the factory. So I went to
what the hell?
reload my workspace. You know, I saved my workspace and shared it. It was not there. So
That's so
now
strange.
I had to reload it from the. I'm glad I shared it in the Discord and I got it over here. But so now I'm having to go back through and tweak stuff.
Hopefully your data's not wiped.
Yeah, it's still there, but hey, what do you know? I'll have to put VIX and SPY back on here. My regular tickers out. We're waiting on this reversal here. Either we're gonna get a reverse continuation. So it's profit taken. They're gonna take it back down, or something. Tesla's trying to come back down right here. UPS has got a long ways back down. So UPS is going to throw a short signal here, but you can't trust it because there's 3 prior wicks here. DE is going to be long. DE's got a Momo hammer to the upside here. Choppy. I can tell you it's choppy because a lot of this stuff is right inside. It's right in the middle. DE breaks 355. Here's long. You see it stair stepping. Beautiful pattern over here on the 60 and the 30. Beautiful. Clean. That's so clean. And look at this chart, guys. When I say an A+ month and an A+ week, this is it. It's so clean and so easy to read. And when it's clean on the month and the week, it's easy to read on the 4-hour and the daily. And then when you come down to lower time frame, it's so easy. Look at that. It's just, I mean, it's so easy to read this thing. If you're struggling to read something and you got to decipher and guess what's happening, don't trade it. You keep looking until you find a chart that looks like this in the higher time frames. All right. If you just stick to that one simple thing right there, Tesla short here, you're good. DE's long. That's all you need. You need a clean chart, clean price action. DE's got a pivot machine gun that's coming up through right now. It's long.
Hey, Jerry, I just got 60% out of a Tesla put.
Awesome. You get deep in the money?
No,
second
it was
one?
like
That's all
right
right.
at the money.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what we do in this room, man. We make winners. I'm happy for you. Now we're looking at, and that's the thing too, guys. Friday, we know the market's volatile. We know it is. So it's important to, as soon as you get in something, what I do is I immediately set a limit. Fubo's ripping here. Fubo's long right now on this triangle. Fubo's long breaking 60, the 60 pivot. We got to push and retest on the daily. She's gone. Fubo's long. Natural buyers. Fubo gone. Target is on. Target's 34.63. All right, let's watch UPS here too. That's how you scalp Fubo. That's how you scalp Fubo, boys and girls. And then none. Can it keep going? Yeah. Do I care? No. Don't care. There's a big greedy. It can keep going. What I'm saying is it can keep going, but you know, I'm gonna scalp. I'm liking scalping here lately.
SPY,
What's that?
SPY right now.
Spy? Is it breaking the high? This is coming down nicely.
Yeah, it is.
All right, space is rolling up. It's long, target's 49.42. So it came down. Now it's going right back up. This thing can keep ripping here, guys. Keep an eye on space. It's long right now, target's 49.42, but this thing can rip. It'll either double top and come back down or what. But D's still long here if you're in it. SPY.
HD steer stepping on the 5 minute.
SPY's looking good. It's kind of wicky at the top. It is making new highs, which is great. You just don't move that much. I like that Momo on the NVIDIA's puking here, guys. Oh shit! I tell you what, if Tesla breaks this low, she's going. Tesla breaks the low, she's going. Let's get it ready. All right, target on Tesla is the pivot low, of course, as always. If it breaks the pivot low, though, there's no hope for it. Remember, it's got a gap, and remember, these people like filling these gaps. If it breaks the pivot low, next target is 667, and then gap down. So the gap is roughly $10, maybe $8. The video short here. Crazy. Crazy. And Fubo came up on that alert I set the other day. I'm surprised it actually alerted. Where did I set the alert at? On the pivot high on the 60. Where I set that alert? The video is short here, guys. Amazon is short. It's puking. But VIX, you know, it's like a divergence because VIX is going down. You know, crazy. Shopify dying. Roku's hit bottom. If it breaks here to keep going. APPN is puking. Docu short. Zoom short. All right, look here, guys. I'm fixing a short Amazon again. If it breaks below 33.94, it'll be short. And it just bounced. You see it curling right here. It started the other day. There's your inside candle down. Target's going to pivot low for a retest, so it's short right now. You want a clear break. I call something short. Like I say, I always say this, but when I say something short, if I look and it wicks back in, I just don't push it. It needs to be a solid red candle. And that goes for any of y'all's entries. If you're looking at something before you push the button, you don't want to see the damn thing wicking. That's the last thing you want to see is a wick. That's why when you get in and you see red instead of green instantly, that could be the problem. All right, now look, there's a support here, and I like these breaks here because it's a double bottom. So let me show you right quick. This thing is dying on the higher time frames. On the daily, it's dying. All right, and look at it. Right here in this range is chopping sideways. Let me show you right quick. It did make a lower low. Okay, it did make a lower low. But it's chopping sideways. There's just a compound inside bar. We want to see a clean break of it. All right. Otherwise, what happens is it came down, pushed up, touched again at double bottom. Now it can come back up. If it comes back up, target's going to be pivot low because it could bounce and come back down. All right. We want to see a clean break of this. And I'm talking about, I want a solid red candle to break this low right here. All right. The longer it consolidates, the bigger the break. And when this thing breaks, it could be $5 or $10, you know, instantly. I don't have to wait on the TTO. I don't have to wait. Why do I wait? I got less risk if I'm just scalping. It just makes sense. I'll scalp the bigger ones. I'm in and out, you know.
Tesla might be trying to reverse from the bottom. Just
Yeah.
watching. It's 212 on the 5.
She got a big old nice hammer on the 15. All we need is that first pullback, the upside, and we're gonna ride them right up that big ass green candle. All right, now let's look at. Here's another thing too, guys, on these tickers. You'll see when there's starting to be a change, and you don't need to see. You don't need to look at the candles exactly. You don't need to know what each candle is. You can look at it and tell. Now watch. Price comes down quickly. Guess what? It's starting to curl.
Oh, your cereal? You eat your cereal? No, you didn't.
Mike's open.
Good.
All right. So see how it curls here? It's telling you it's slowing down. There's something fixing to happen. It's slowing down. It can turn back up. Or it can slow down, start chopping, then break. And then start chopping, then break. And then start chopping and break. Then it can finally chop and then come back up. Or it could just chop and break all day. Chop and break, chop and break. All right, remember every time frame gets its own pullback. So these green candles could just be a pullback to the downside. They're solid on the 60. 13 more minutes of the flip. Nvidia's hammered up green, but we need that pullback. Myrna's trying to go long again. Baidu looks like it might have found a base.
Tesla's reversing.
Yeah.
Can you look at Yeti when you get a chance?
Tesla, yeah, it double bottom down here, trying to push back up. We need that pullback. If we get a pullback, it's got one pullback right now on the timer. All right, there's a pullback right there. So it needs to push up here. Look, if it breaks 683, you can take it long. The safer entry is when it breaks. Hang on a second. The safer entry is when it breaks. There's a lot of support right here. It needs to break 686.50, or you can do 30. That's the safer entry. Yeti. Because remember, there's major support there. DE breaks the upside here. It's long or add to it. Yeti. Yeti, ready? All right. Yeti broke the 60 pivot, which is a good sign. Ooh, it's rolling up. Good on the month. Inside on the week, don't care about it. Going up that big red candle, it can easily come up to 95.76. We got time this week, maybe. I love it. It's pushing up. Here's a pullback. It's coming up this triangle. Been nice to catch that base. It's all right though. That's the break of the pivot when it hits the top of this triangle. All right. The pivots mark the top of tries on the higher time frames. Okay. That's why they're so awesome. It's going up. It could pivot machine gun hit 95.76. It's really good. Right now, I wouldn't take it until it breaks 91.63. It can pull back here. Let's keep it on Tesla here. We're getting a bigger green bar. Now, look, if you look at Etsy, it made a lower high. So we'll be taking a look at Etsy here in a minute. If it can come back up over If Tesla breaks 186.20, it's gonna be long, guys. All right, Tesla double bottomed here. It made a higher low on the 5 minute. You see, it didn't come down a touch. It's a good sign. Just basing right now, it's chopping. It's in a really tight range right here, which is fine. We can take it from the bottom to the top. If it's long here, overall target 693.81 to the high. Amazon waking up. Momo hammer. Not a Momo hammer, just a reversal hammer. All right. You can take Tesla long when it breaks 683.50. All right. But just be cautious. I don't want to take it really. I'm going to take it when it breaks 686.31. It's a safer entry. All right. Because these pullbacks are usually about 25 to 30%. All right. So I'll pick a candle and I'll take it because this could just be a pullback to the downside. Even though we've got one pullback, it's safer to have two. One is sufficient as long as it's above a certain level. All right. Let's pull it up and look here. We're getting a red candle. Be nice if it pulled back up and it's a second pullback. Let's take a look here. All this is inside. This is a compound inside bar. All right. There's sub bars in here. All right. There's another one. That's another inside bar. So this could be a 2-1. It's chopping. All this is chopped. Right now we can trade this thing. All right. So it pushed up. It filled the gap. It came back down. It touched pivot low. Pivot low here. So it gapped up this morning. It came back down. Here's your first pullback to downside. Take it short. All right. First target was this candle here, the wick, and then the actual gap deal. It came on down. The next target was pivot low. Now it's bouncing with a hammer. It's be a pullback. If that's a Momo hammer and it crosses this candle here, it's long instantly. All right. So there's your pullback. That's a great thing about the Momo hammer. It's a pullback instantly. But we got to make sure. I'm still kind of hesitant to jump in. It's still too early to call it a reversal, and I'm never gonna guess the buy. So
Wish is moving.
which is moving. All right. So now if it breaks down here, you won't enter it until you get a clear break of a pivot low. Why? Because it's chopping sideways. It could break at a penny and then come right back up and start chopping again. So don't touch it. Of course, you can do whatever you want, but I personally wouldn't touch it. Wish. Same with Wish. I wouldn't touch Wish after it gets, because there's been so much talk about it. They're pumping it. Let's take a look at it though. Now look here on Etsy. If it breaks below this wick here, 184.29, it might go short. The thing is, it's wicked 1, 2, 3 times in this level here. It could come on down. It can make a lower low, and then pick right back up and start chopping in range. The reason this thing is not good right now to trade is because well, I'll show you. It's inside, but it's right smack in the middle. And well, hell, you shouldn't trade them. It's in the middle. We could trade inside candles, but that's a 2-bar. All this is right smack in the middle. So we need a clear direction. All right, we need to push up. A pullback target would be the high, or we need to push down a pullback and the target is low. Of course, we target this low here first. Next target would be here. Right now, you don't do nothing. You don't do anything. You wait. You wait. It's chopping. It can expand right in this range. Price discovery starts over all the time. We need a clear direction one way or the other. And the targets will be the high and the low. If it breaks down here, first target's the low, and then gap fill. And we do the same thing with a gap down. Just gap down to like from the fly. That's the try here. Let's look at Wish up there. VIX still coming down. Oh shit, SPY's all-time highs here. Let me pull up SPY. I like SPY. SPY's cheap for people. SPY's making all-time highs here. It's pushed above the pivot on the 4-hour and retest. If there was a pull in on that, you'd see the retest on it. It's doing a Momo hammer now. SPY breaks 426.34. It's kind of extended a little bit. I'm much rather have a pullback. I like to see a pullback to 426, frankly. But if it breaks 426.34, it is long. Just remember, its volume's decreasing on it. I personally won't take it, but it's segment. W. Ooh, UPS is gonna try to go gap fill again, trying to triangle it out. All right, get ready for UPS. All right, UPS breaks. Remember, this is always the target. The target's always the high, the open. Okay, it is the target is actually the open. Next candle, then the next lowest candle. So if it breaks, the next target's gonna be this pivot low, 205.56. Get ready, it's fixing to break here. If it breaks 205.35, UPS is long. There's not much room left for that gap fill. All right, so remember that. But it's trying. Let's look at Tesla right quick, see what she's doing. Let's see if there's a pullback to the upside. All right, right now she's chopping inside. There's a 2125 we're trying to come up. So Tesla is going to be long. Tesla's going to be long right this next second. Target being 693 PMG. Pivot machine gun. Remember, deep in the money because we're after 1030. If you're going to buy 0 DTE, you got to buy deep in the money or next week's calls. Period. Because if this thing slowly chops up $5, guess what? You can still be negative. And you wonder why price is pushing up and you're not making nothing. That's why. Zoom 2.2 right now, hammer on 15. Amazon 2.2 hammer on 15. So these things are starting to pick back up. Keep an eye on UPS. They're cheap and it's fixing to run. Myrna's going to be long right now on a triangle up. You keep it on Etsy, it can do the same exact thing. Shop 2 up. Shop will be long when it crosses the high on the 2. The first 2. Tesla's long here. Cross should be making money. Just took that Tesla call. Remember, the main thing is don't be greedy. If you're up and all of a sudden it comes back down, test. Amazon coming up. You want a big move to scalp, deep in the money. 0 DTE. Here you go. SPY's long. Amazon's gonna be long right now. It's got a long way to come back up. This shit right here make you $5,000. And they're cheap, deep in the money. Tesla's coming up. First target, big red candles. What are they equal? Pivot machine guns. Look at Amazon. Beautiful. 2-2 bottom, pull back, gone, clean. That's why I like these big ones. They're clean. Each move's $5. You don't have to wait on a triangle. Tesla coming on up, already up 10% on Tesla. Yeah. Amazon's long right now. Hit it. Hit it, get it, put it. First target on Amazon, 34.19. I'm scalping. I'm gonna scalp it. Big still coming down nicely. SPY still moving. Shopify fishing go long here. Look at this thing. It's clean, man. But Amazon has been coming down like 2 days, so. All right. Opens, comes down as the first target. It pulls up and retests. I take it short. Take it short. It chopped sideways. It found the bottom. It came up. It took out this chop. See right here. This right here is a chop, a move sideways inside. Here's a 2. This is inside. When it breaks this right here with a pullback, It's long. First target's gonna be here. Then here, and then pivot low. All right. If it gets to pivot low, it can retest and come back down. It could push it, pull back, and go through, or it could just go straight through it. Breaks through there, next target, pivot high. Just about 15%. Thank you very much, Jackson. I got stopped at a, oh, Etsy. So Etsy is the only thing I've been stopped at so far. If anybody took any of my shit, then you should be up. Unless you just waited too long. Takes a pivot machine gun. Each target's a candle top, the high. All right. Ultimate target 693.81. 693.87. Stop is at 683.30. You know, or you could say, you know what? If it pulls back greater than 50% at 684.70, I'm cutting it. No backs. Murner's long. Oh, Shopify, shit. There was a 2-2 hammer up inside break 1030 flip. Shopify's long. Shopify's long. There's another big mover. Get it deep in the money, 80-90 cents. Target's gonna be pivot low. I mean, Shopify's now. See, instantly get in and I'm up. I'm up 2%. Now I'm gonna put a limit sale as it spikes up here. I'm gonna sell out in just a minute. Now, hell, watch it. I can do stop that see, instantly. That's instantly $400. Why does it do that? Because it moves so much. Okay. 50. Get it here for you. It moved $10 in 15 seconds. Wonder why I like scalping? That's why. UPS is longer than for gap fill, guys. UPS is long. Look at this thing. All right. Now it's 2-1 on the it was just 2-1 on the 15 because I'm always watching the 15-minute candles here. But look, this damn thing's crazy. So I take it when it broke this candle's high here. All right, I've been watching it. This thing was inside here. Let me for you. You can see this. It 2-2s, it spikes down here, it comes back up. All right, it's chopping sideways. Here's what it's doing. All right, so what happens is it goes inside. I don't never gets the bottom. It started with a hammer, so I'm seeing a 2-1 on 15. It's inside here. When it breaks this candle here, it becomes a 2. All right, so I hit it. That's what? 1030 comes up. It spikes up instantly. I mean, as soon as the flip happened, it spiked all this. Instantly. I think I might have actually got in here around some. I was a little bit late, so it was somewhere in there. So it moves how much? Let's say right in here. 1450. 1460. Yeah, it's $10. And look, as you get in, it's moving up, right? As soon as I enter, they're moving up. That's why I'm green instantly. It comes up, it breaks. I still think it keeps going up. I got stopped at a Tesla. Looks like I got about maybe 4% out of it. I'm not gonna give it back. I'll re-enter on this triangle if it wants to come back up. I'll hit it again, aim for the top. Murner's long. We're chop here. Roku's trying to come up, 2-2 up. I still think Shop comes up. Tesla, I still believe Tesla comes back up to 693, 694. All right. Now I put my stop close to half. All right. Actual stop. I'll show you exactly where I'm going to place my stop out on this time. Stop's not a percentage, it's not a number. It's on the closest support resistance. All right. I'm going to put it where it really needs to be. All right, so you're going to look across and you're going to see where you get the most touches as close to entry as possible, or close to the TTO as possible to pull back. Right here, there's three candles, there's these two candles lined up, right? And if we look to the left, there's a bunch of candles hitting right here.
Let's see, buddy.
What's that?
The mic's probably on.
And where you're talking about almost lines up with the point of control purple line from the day prior.
Yeah, so that's even stronger, you know? That makes that point even stronger. So we know price expands. So every time, even on support resistance, these things expand. So I'll find the closest resistance or support minus 10 cents. That's my stop every single time. If it breaks below that, you can figure, well, this had acted as resistance before. Now, if it breaks through support, there's a problem, right? If there's a problem, we just get out and answer. We don't want to be in it. You don't want to hope it comes back down and hits the next support, because look, it could. You know, there's a chance it could grow through this, come back down, and hit support somewhere else. But then you're going to be down. And then look, if it breaks down. Say it comes down, then it comes down here. It could bounce and then pull back and go even further down. So you never want to guess. It's best to just cut it. You know, if support don't hold or the stop don't hold and it's 10 cents below this. If that doesn't hold, just cut it. Because if it happens to come on down, if it pulls back greater than 50%, this move here, you can take it again when it crosses the high here. Because what could happen if it breaks it, there's a problem, and this could be the new high. And still, if you took this move here, I mean, pretty good amount of profit. You know, if it pulled back, so it pulled back and you took 50%, which is not that much, but you know, it's better than being red. That's why I like scalping. I just, here lately, last week or something, I just love to scalp. I never see hardly any trades go from green to red. I still do get losers. VIX is coming down nicely, nice and smooth. This out. Shooter yesterday, inside today. I mean, what this could do is this thing could just come back and retest on Tesla. All right. What's this? You know, you always be thinking 4 or 5 steps ahead. What happens if this happens? And you know, you always got a plan. You got to plan all the possibilities, all the different things. So we had a shooter yesterday, right? Which it looks like a doji, but there's more on top than the base. It's just a doji. It's just anytime you see something like that, it's just chop. It's just chop. Open here, close there. Today's inside doji, so it's kind of, you know, it's kind of pushed up from where it started. But anyway, price broke. It tested here, chopped around for a little bit, and broke. We'll take the break, right? And remember, the longer price consolidates, the bigger the break, and we see it all the time. Price chopping here, and it actually started all the way over here. We saw that for a while. When it broke out big. Broke out, then it gapped up the next day. So, it pushed up. So what could be happening? It could go inside and then go down and retest this here. So now resistance becomes support. Then it's off to the damn races. Your first target is going to be here. So if this thing comes down and bounces, first target's here. All right, this is a measured move. This is whatever this move is from the high to the pivot. Your next move is going to be that. All right, that is a measured move. They don't tell you that in strat, but that's exactly what it is. It's twice this one. So this one looks like about $70. So the next target's $70. So you're talking about a swing. Or it could just do this. Up, pulls back inside, goes. All right, this be a dip, a pull back. And again, target's up here to the high. Target's always the pivots, always in magnitude. So daily magnitude here. The weekly magnitude will be different. Not necessarily, but it could be different. All right, chef bag coming on. FedEx added a 20% scam. Let's take a look at it. All right, FedEx gap down. Guess what? It's consolidating. That's good. That's good. We want consolidation. Consolidation brings big moves on the breaks. So it's been coming down. Look right here on the weekly. What do we see right off the bat? I know I'm talking a lot, but there's so much stuff in these things. I want you to see what I see through my eyes. All right, pivot low, pivot high, price comes up, it chops, comes up, kind of wicky, still makes pretty good moves in the day. It finishes the day strong each day. It pulls back to this 3 here, comes straight up, which is nice. Well, notice a lot of times when they start to break through pivots, there's a lot of volume that comes in. And you see it here. See on big candles. Open the day strong, solid green candles that pushes through pivot. Starts chopping sideways here. Right? Then it starts coming back down. As it comes back down, it retests. And as soon as it touched it, it pulled right back down. And that's probably something to do with that gap, but I don't care. So we're gonna break 3 days, or was that 3 weeks of solid red? Well, not solid, but it breaks, comes back down and retests. So if it's on the 5 minute, 30, 60, that whatever, if it breaks below this right here, it's short. And targets pivot low. Because what can happen is price comes down just a little bit and then it comes back through. What's it doing? It's expanding. It's going to take these stops out. As it takes some stops out, come back up. It happens all the time. So you see this pattern here. All right, price breaks out, it's breaking back down. It's a retest. And that retest works either way. All right, so now we got that. Let's pull up this study I got over here. Let's watch this. Big old pivot break to the downside. There goes Tesla coming back up. So I got back in Tesla. I'm long again on Tesla. I am long again on Tesla. The video's coming up. Now look, Roku's been long, but so that was just a pullback to the downside. Okay, Momo Hammers is very powerful. Amazon's gonna be long. If you like Amazon, you're gonna buy deep in the money, 0 DTE. This is how you make a lot of money. You're gonna set your limit $100, $50, $200 away. As soon as Amazon breaks 34, 17, 25, it's gonna be long. The first target's gonna be 34, 20. All right. The ultimate target is gonna be 34, 33, 34. All right, I'm telling you, when it breaks that, I will go long. And UPS is still long for gap fill, but it's safe to buy next week's call, so it's moving slow. Now, before I forget, let me pull up this ticker right here in this big old pivot break for downside scan. It's a 4 hour. It just shows a retest. JKS is kicking ass. All right, you know, I just showed you on that one ticker, it's trying to come back down. Here's what it's going to look like if it decides to come on down. All right, there's that as a retest. Yeah, as it breaks through, it takes this stop out right here. And as it retests, we're good. This right here was in our scan. Look, come back down, it retested. So now resistance and support, you hit it when it takes out here. All right. There's a push up, pullback, hung inside. Target's going to be pivot high. When it breaks that one, target will be this pivot high. So it's really, you could build a strategy just on the pivots. Let's take a look at this, but it is actually moving pretty good. All right, Tesla breaks the high on the current 15-minute candle here. I will add to it. Roku's long right this second.
Roku's done.
Yep, Roku's long right this second. Well, it needs to be a solid green candle here. NVIDIA is a 2 down, 2 up, trying to come up that big old red candle. I mean, it's just an easy ass play. High probability price. All right, JKS pushed up, is chopping inside that inside candles in the top 25% of this too. And this long one that breaks $42. These psych numbers are very important too, especially on the lower tickers. All right, you see how I got to $42. I got $42 and it couldn't break through it yet. Now it will, but when it breaks through it, it's gonna be significant. All right. So JKS breaks this consolidation, it will be long. You want a clean break of it, 42.10. UPS is almost filled the gap. Yeah, the Docu's coming up, Zoom's coming up. And look, JKS is right there in that 10% scan right in front of me. All right, you see Zoom on the 30-minute, beautiful, 2 down, 2 up. All right, here's a 2 down, 2 up on the 15er. It's inside currently. As soon as it breaks 370.51, it's long, and target's going to be the top of that red candle, and ultimately it's going to be the top of the red candle on the 30. All right, now it could push up there. It's a pivot low, so it could retest and come back down. So the first target's 372.28. And now it's pushed up, it's chopping sideways, and he's going to clean break to the upside. UPS is almost gap filled here. UPS. Docu looks the same way as Zoom. APPN's coming up with red candles. Let's look at UPS here. It's an easy play. Yeah. Here, I'll show you how to play it. And pull it up on a 15. This is the gap down. I love gap down. I damn love them. Easy. They're highly successful. Pivot high, pivot low. This thing chopped yesterday. It gaps down. All right. This thing gaps down to here, open. No, it gapped all the way down here, then open. It chopped sideways yesterday, opened up down here. All right. As we took profits and went down, it found the base and went back up. All right. We're out of it. I just scalped it. Let's put good money on it. All right, as it comes back up in 2-2, we see it on the 5 minute. It's easier. First target's going to be here. Next target's going to be the high. And then we look for the lowest hanging candle in this batch. So it's right here. That's gonna be our next target. In here. All right, some gap fill. Next target is gonna be pivot high. We want to see it break through pivot high, retest, and keep going. There's different points. If your target's actually gap fill, you might get hurt because sometimes they'll touch the lowest candle and in reverse. So that's why you gotta know exactly where the stops are, these targets are at. So UPS did gap fill, and that gap fill was or well from a retest, it should have TTO to the upside. 204, 45 actually. Let's go for $1. Let's see. Yeah, let's go with 5 minutes. It's inside now. As soon as it goes inside and back up, it'll be long. Target still pivot. Guess it come back down. Choppy market. Okay, yes, beautiful TTO up. Mara's pushing up slow. Pushing back's gonna run with it. Chat. I'm gonna read y'all's messages right quick. Yeah, SPY's doing pretty good right now. Could be a pullback right now on the 60. SPY or VIX is pushing it. Yeah, Orb's okay. You know, I used Orb before, but it can create bias. You know, if it's in range or breaking, you think it can't go back through, it can. If it's in range, you think it can't go back out, it can. If it works, use it by all means. I used to use them. Oh yeah, let me look at Netflix. Netflix gapped up, it's chopping inside. So all this is right inside of it. It's right in the middle today. Just look at this one counter being inside. It's up near the top. Actually, one to the top in the middle. It's been chopping on the month. Get a hammer. So it is coming up. You make the lower or higher low on the weekly. I mean, this thing's got a pretty good target. 34 bucks away. It's a big doji right now. That's because that candle's inside. It made a doji yesterday. It's kind of a mess. It is making higher highs, but it's a mess. The 2-2 is rolling back up slightly. If it can break 530, target will be 533. All right. So it breaks 530, target will be 533 on Netflix. Does it come up, touch it, and come right back and start chopping again? The indicator I have is a pivot study, and it's actually on each of the charts, and it is incredible. It's incredible. Alhaji, you have a good day, my friend. Space. All right, thank you, sir. NFLX. This space break the top. I saw it was rolling up earlier. All right, Netflix is long right now, target 533. If you got deep in the money calls, be a quick $3 here. Space. Oh yeah, there. See, I had a little shit on this right here for this break right here. So it rolled and we missed $3 on it. I got you. Thank you, TLS. Yeah. Space well, it's long, but you can't get in it right now. Yeah. So we saw it right here. I'm like, well, if it breaks, it's gone. It's gone the moon. Yeah, you can't get in it. You can, if you can pull the 1 minute chart up and see a pullback on 1 minute, you can hop in there. I knew it would. Too much good news on it. Target 62.80 on it. 62.80. It's pulling back slightly right now. As soon as it goes back solid, there's a pullback on the 1 minute. You just need some kind of pullback. No matter what time frame it's on. There's a pullback right now. You wouldn't touch it until it crossed back above 53.10. Yep, I had marked this high. I did it. Marked it. I knew what would happen. It happens all the time. It just goes to 2. It finds a base. It got about halfway. Not that much. So as soon as it starts to roll out here, target's going to be, I actually called it target 49.46. It broke through. But I didn't play this to here. I marked it to the break. Again, if it breaks 53.21, it'll be long. UPS still going. Oh shit, we're missing Teton. APPN trying to come up, making a lot of hammers. So let me mark this thing again. It probably won't work, man, but what about it? I appreciate that, bringing that to my attention. APPN. The video's coming up too. It's just chopping. You know, we can trade back to these ranges here and stuff, but today's kind of a choppy day. Choppy. Teton's going back up. APPN. Now look, Amazon. If it breaks the low, it'll be short. Check on Amazon so you guys get ready if you want to get a piece. They're cheap. They're very cheap. Now look, if Amazon on a 15-minute here, better hurry if you haven't quickly. So Amazon is kind of short right now to 93. All right, 94 now or 93. But the safer entry is when it breaks this low. All right, okay. So it's how I play it every day. There's the low. It should break that low. As soon as it does, it's short. What it does is every day, when it trades sideways, as soon as it breaks this consolidation or just a compound one, you short it. And the longer it consolidates, the bigger it breaks. So you see it consolidated here when it broke is a big red candle. Right now it's chopping sideways. It's compound inside candle right now. When it decides to break, it'll go pretty big. The higher time frame it consolidates, the longer consolidation, the larger time frame, the bigger the move down. Right now it's chopping. It's chopping sideways. Your entry is when it crosses this low of this candle here. You know, you can give it 10 or 20 cents. All right. Now, the reason you wait. Now, you can enter now in the targets here. I would wait personally. The reason why is because when it comes down, since it's a pullback to the downside, but it could hit that, go through just a few pennies, and then come back and start chopping again. All right. And then it can make a lower low, and then it can finally break. So you always be mindful, it can double bottom here. And you know, like I said, it is short right this second. But is there, you know, is there enough money? Is there enough money made versus risk versus reward? Amazon, yeah, Amazon is short target 33.93.
Roku's tanking.
Yeah, Roku 22 made a lower high. Etsy's chopping. If it breaks that low, it's gonna be short. Etsy's fixing to be short when it crosses these wicks on the 15. Doc, you just plummeted. Zoom. Oh yeah, Zoom would be a good one right here too now. Let's go with Zoom. They're making lower highs. They had a decent pullback, about a 50% pullback. Now they're coming right back down. So Zoom is short right now. Target's gonna be 364. If you want, you can let it cross 367. We can't short test there. Right now they're chopping. They're chopping right smack in the middle. It's right in the middle here. And so this is how you get chopped up. If you don't know what you're doing here, you will get your ass handed to you. We can trade these if you know what you're doing, but you've got to know what you're doing, and you can't be greedy. That's the key. All right, let's go for 10% scan. Nike. This is the 10% scan. There's some good ones on there. Nike gapped up, consolidating. Let's see here. Big green chain on the way. Look, it took all those pivots out, every damn one of them. All-time high. The good thing about Nike right now is it's chopping sideways. That's a good sign. All right, SPCE. Space is gonna be long. Really. We want a clear break. It's high right now, but SPCE is throwing a long signal. SPCE is long right now. Right this second, she's long. Got a big old measurement cane on a 60 for me. So space is long. Hell, it could go another $8 today. Who knows? 49 to 54. $5. Yeah, space is long. Probably looks the best. The market's shit, and there's a bunch of natural buyers in there. It's just that Elon Musk crap. They just got to prove FFA, yeah, FFA for flight, commercial air plane flights. All right, test shooter. Shooter, Momo shooter downside here. Let's take a look. Roku's gonna be short in just a half a second. And VIX has got, it's so crazy. VIX got a Momo shooter in the market's coming down. The VIX is coming down strong and the market's puking. All right. If Tesla crosses 682.76, be short. And take your profits quickly. I mean, if you're up 5 or 10%, I would probably, I'd set a really tight stop. Oh shit, Fubu's fixing to break. Tesla's short. Tesla is short here. It looks like we're going to be scalping it. Fubo's got natural buyers in there too. Fubo's going to be long and it breaks $35, guys. Fubo long and breaks $35. Space is long right now. If you're not in it, easy money. Up 12% already on it. 13. I mean, from that entry, it's up $1.75, and they're cheap as hell. Sure you got in that. Put your tight stop on it. This thing can go another $3 or $4. And again, it can puke. So I can't say take profits when you're ready or not. You can see 62.80 today. Oh shit, how many's in a meeting? 94. Tesla. Oh, Roku short right now. Roku short, Shopify short. Right now. I'm gonna short Shopify here. But Roku is gonna be short. Wait on a solid red candle on the 5. Always wait on a solid red. Shopify short here. Target's gonna be 1441.78. $7 away. SC broke, SC short. I'm not gonna go for this whole thing. Again, I'm scalping. I'm just trying to take advantage of the spread. That's all I'm doing. Let me pull up SC right quick. It's breaking the lows. Now, I want a clear break on it, because it is close to 11. Pull back slightly, so there's no issue. It'll be solid red. It's market. You see it's wicked down 3 different times there. If it breaks down, I can see pivot low at 272. It's about $13 away. So it pushed up. It did retest and break through shooter yesterday, inside today. So basically what we're doing is we're, when it crosses those wicks, it goes 2-2 on the day. Target's gonna be pivot low. And it's a 2-1-2 reverse on the 4-hour. So there you go. Needs a clean break at 284.86. Good. Oh man. Jared, you got killed. on some of my plays, or was you picking your own stuff, or? Mhm. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, guys. It's all about timing. Look, when you when I call something, you can do a few different things. I highly encourage don't send an order unless it's a solid red green candle. If it starts to look back at all, don't push it. Also, if I call something, you can wait until it pulls back at least once in a 5 minute. So wait on a pullback and then enter as it crosses the high. If I call it on a pivot break, you can wait. You can give it time until it retests the pivot and then take it when it starts to shoot back off of it. But today's choppy, and we know it's choppy. So take your profits quickly. I mean, if you're gonna take it at 5%, 2%, do it. Also, you know, you can just sit on your hands, but take it quickly. You know, or only look for the best setups. The pivot study is deadly, DJ. Yeah, exactly, Gary. On zero DTE, guys, you can get slaughtered. They're cheap, right? They're cheap, but if they turn against you, you can be out a lot of money. I make it look easy, but you know, it's anything but. It takes a lot of practice. And I'm not, you know, I know, you know, I'd rather be up $1 than be red. Because as soon as it goes against you, as soon as it goes against you, you give up the spread instantly, and you can get hurt. You get hurt. So that's why it's important to automatically have a limit sell in, you know, and it could be a $20, it could be $50, it can be whatever you want it to be. But man, you gotta, you know, it's better to take a small profit than expect it to go, you know, $10 and then, you know, and it turn around against you and go red.
Hey Jerry, when you call these positions and they cross the pivots and you follow that, you know, you follow your actionable signal and go short or long, if it's a quick scalp, you're getting in or out on that with options?
Yes, sir. Yeah. 100%.
Man, okay. Yeah, I've been paper trading commons with the strat, and I feel like I've got my strategy down. I'm just now kind of learning options, but it's definitely making me nervous because it feels like I can't get in or out of a trade as quickly because I don't know them that well yet.
Yeah. Well, if you go to resources, there's a video up in the top. There's just a couple sets. They're by Carmine Risotto, and he'll show you exactly how to set up your active trader for the fastest entries and exits. And I can show you too, but man, that video, he does a lot better job of showing exactly how to set it up, how to create your watch list. So if you can see my screen, I'll show you kind of how I do it. I'll show you exactly how I do it. So if I want to get an SC here, so I'm gonna pull up the option tab. I'll right click on the contract I want, and you can send it right to active trader, which is a yellow tab. Now, so it happens a lot quicker than this. So first thing in the morning, I'm probably gonna just be in and out of the contract. So I'll send it straight to active trader. It goes to the charts. Automatically, I'll just hit, you know, I'll look at it. I'll look back at it real quick. If it's a solid candle, I'll buy market. I don't limit in nothing. I buy market. I want to fill it instantly. And sometimes when I hit market, it still won't fill me instantly. It stays in queue, and I've got to cancel real quick, and I'll get back in. But as soon as I get in, it'll show you your P&L over here. All right. As soon as I get in, I'll hit limit. You know, if the spread's $50 and you know I want to gain $25 out of it per se, then I'll probably split it. So I'm automatically gonna. As soon as I get, I'm automatically gonna set a limit price. So price moves up so quickly on these pivot breaks, I'll try to keep pushing the limit up. And sometimes you'll see orders, man, they'll be $5, $10. They'll be separated. When prices moving up so quickly, there'll be so many people stacked in there. They're not one on top of the other. They'll be 10 points apart.
Right.
So I try to keep it ahead until I can't, and it runs me over and sells me out, and I'll catch a big spike. Or say price is getting close to your target. You can't do this in this kind of market. It's just too wicked. But say it gets close to your target, you can join the ask. Now it can take 15 seconds, it can take 30, it can take a minute, to get filled on these things. But the main thing is you want to sell as it comes into the target. You want to sell in the strength. You can catch a big old spike. But the main thing is I mark it in. I get filled instantly, not always, but most of the time. You're automatically going to set a limit instantly. Instantly, you're going to set a limit right above it because it can spike on these things. And when, we're not the only ones watching these breaks and stuff, and you can instantly be filled instantly and be out. But
Jerry, I don't understand that. Can you explain that one more time? So you set a limit automatically for a couple cents above it, and then how do you like?
No. I said so as soon as I enter, I'll buy market. It'll show the contract here. All right, and then what I do is whatever I want to get out of it. If it's Amazon, it might be $100. It could be $200-300. So what I'll do is I'll see the price of the contract, what it's trading at. Here's will be the price right here at the 150. I look at the spread. All right. I see where most calls are being bought and sold out. They're on the ask. People are buying shit out of them. All right. So then I'll automatically, if my contract's 150, I'll say, all right, I want to make $50. I'll set it at $2 instantly. I come up here and I'll set it at $2. I just instantly sell it at $2. And then I set it at $2. And as price comes up, you'll see people start pushing the numbers up. All right. As it comes up, if there's a lot of strength, I see the bar and it's still pushing, a lot of volume creeping, I'll take and drag it up. So I'll drag the limit sale up. And sometimes, a lot of times, it'll come right over the top of it before I can even grab it and drag it again. They'll run me over. So it just kicks me out instantly.
Gotcha. So that's basically how you can sort of throttle your trailing, like doing a manual version of a trailing stop in these 100%. Options.
Yeah. And then, in a good 1 cent trail stop's great too. I did that on the iPad earlier today and caught a spike at like $30-40. So the trail stop is, imagine prices jumping and they're 10 points, they're like $10 apart. Sometimes they'll be $20 or $30 depending on the ticker. So imagine price jumps up $100 and 1 penny it pulls back. It instantly sells me out at the top, and that's how I catch the spikes.
Right. And I imagine just as often you miss the move there because you just catch it on the pullback before the jump too. So it's kind of a risky, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, with a trail stop or what?
Yeah, just as far as, if I know in your case, you usually like to watch it retest around the pivot before it goes, but a lot of times, those small pullbacks will stop out all the people who have like a penny or 2 penny trail stop.
Yeah. Now here lately, I don't even, I'll take the initial break and then I'll take the pullback or the retest. But I'm here lately, I'm out before the pullback. You know what I'm saying? I used to sit through pullbacks and I'm still comfortable with that when the market's cooperating. But here lately, with all these country westerns and the up and downs and stuff, I'm in and I'm out before the first TTO, before the first pullback. I'm out. I don't have to sit through it. Right. You see what I'm saying? Gotcha. If you're sitting through that first TTO, you could be in a lot of trouble, because it could either pull back and go higher, right? And then you'll add to it, or it can pull back and reverse completely, and now you're screwed.
Gotcha. Okay. All right, cool. Well, thank you. Yeah, options are still kind of a foreign language to me. So I'm going to spend the next few weeks trying to learn active trader and paper trade with that. But I was just curious if there's a good way to get in and out of these trades as quickly as I'm used to with commons. So
yeah, you can. And also you can set up bracket orders too. So there's templates that you can stay. I've got some for 1 trail stop, 1 cent trail stop, 10 cent. I've got stops with runners. I've got a 50 cent limit with a stop. But here lately, I just do it manually. It's easier. Because I know
Oh.
these tickers, I trade the same 20, 30 tickers all the time. I know, how much of a move they can move when they break a minor pivot or a major pivot. And, like shop, Amazon can move $5 at each tick.
Mhm.
Each time it pulls back and breaks the high, that's $5. You see what I'm saying? So I know where to set my limit at, and it just feels instantly because when it breaks the pivot, the reason it works so well, here's why. As price breaks the high of a pullback, it instantly stops everybody out. You see what I'm saying? And when they get stopped out, they've got to sell, and it just bumps the strength up. And that's why it's green instantly. That's why I'm green instantly on the market. It's because it's taking those stops out and pushes it right up. So it works instantly or it don't.
Are you cautious about, buying them? I understand wanting to buy the market just to get in as quickly as possible, but as far as your watch list on those, if the spread is pretty wide on some of these stocks, that you can think you're getting in at the price you see, and then you realize you got in 50 or 60 cents around that.
Yep. Don't bother me whatsoever. I mean, 70-80% of the time I'm up I'm green instant. As soon as I push a button, man, I'm up 2 or 3%. Even on Shopify, I could be up, 0.7%, instantly green. It's instant. So when I take these breaks, man, when they break instantly. And take it this way. I mark it in on a break on Shop and Amazon. It happens all the time. I enter on a market and it won't fill me. Why won't it fill me? Because the price they're buying it up so quick, man, it runs the price up. They're pushing the price up so fast. A market sale won't even fill. So then I have to cancel it and re-enter, and it's still up. So imagine you buy a market, but price is pushing up so quick that what you paid for is nothing because it's moving so quickly. It's already up, $50 past a market order. So the spread, can work with you, it can work against you. As long as you're selling into the strength, you're fine. It's when you start chasing it. Once it goes against you, you're chasing a bid. Now you can get hurt.
Yeah, and that's what I feel like, trying to play the actionable signals of the strat on smaller time frames, it can be hard to not try and just chase the action. And
You gotta be careful.
I end up jumping in on momentum instead of like a reversal, and that ends up killing me with a market order.
Yeah, you never want to chase. You always want to wait. Even if a ticker's pushing up, if you can wait on a pullback, you got to have that pullback to get in. Because look, if you wait on a pullback when it crosses the high, it's taking those stops out, so it should jump you up instantly. And that's why my entries, I need to be able to. I'd like to show exactly how I do it, because if you're a few seconds behind me when you mark it in or you get in, you could be red. You see what I'm saying? Timing has a lot to do with it. Even when I sell something, if I sell, I could be up $300, and if you wait 5 seconds later, you could be down. You could be red.
Yeah, and that happened earlier when you called space, and I, by the time I put it through at a market order, it was already turning the other way.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to be so quick. And automatically, I know the market's choppy in the first 30, 45 minutes. And so I'm going to use smaller sizes, and I'm not going to hang around. Yeah, crazy. But timing is so important. So, hey, check out that video. It's in the resources there at the top by Carmen Risotto. He'll show you exactly how to set up your active trader. And it even works good for comments too. So set it up. You can use it for both. It's very quick. Because,
I'll definitely check that out.
Yeah, because I'm placing the option contracts in active trader. And all you got to do is take and link it to your regular screen, and your order, your comments are right there. But also there's a book and resources. Tesla's short here. But there's a book and resources. It's right above, it's about halfway up. It's right above the Rob's video. It's called The Epic Coin. And right above the paragraph, it's got 2 books in it. One's volume analysis, and the other one's a book on options. And it's a must read. It tells you all about the Greeks and IV and all that stuff. And in the end, it tells you, how you can play the earning run-ups. But you've got to, that's a must read book. If you don't understand delta and theta and gamma and IV, you're going to get so bad. You're gonna get hurt so bad. Plus,
Yeah, I've got my homework.
plus time to
Cool.
take
I'll
the
definitely
kid,
check all that out. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I can understand when you get stopped at a few times, you do hesitate, and I understand it. You know, look, I get stopped out sometimes too. But today, you know, Thursday afternoon and Friday, 0 DTE, man, they can help you or they can hurt you. And if you don't know what you're doing, UPS is longer after a second. If you don't know what you're doing, man, you could give all your profits back for the whole week. So you gotta be extremely careful. If you're not that quick, it's best to buy next week expiration. Because Theta is a killer. There's a lot of retailers that were going to 10% scam.
Yeah, I got stopped out of Amazon this morning for like $100 loss, trying to set a trailing stop for the first time. And then I
Yeah,
got
don't do
stopped out of
that.
space.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No.
Yeah.
No, limit. Use a limit. Drag your limit up. And look, say you drag your limit up and all of a sudden it starts pulling back. Take and drag your limit below it and try to catch as it comes back down. You don't want to catch the bid. You want to catch the limit so you save money in the money. All right. So you can use a 1 cent stuff, but the thing is, if it's so volatile, especially on the bigger spreads, especially first thing in the morning, first 30 minutes of the day, it's best to take and drag your limit right above it. So if you're happy making $100 on Amazon, throw it right on top. So
Yeah, the contract was up, I think, over 200%.
Yeah.
It ended up moving. It was crazy. And I got stopped out for like a 20% loss or something.
Yeah. Well, here's another thing you can do. You can, like I said, as soon as you're in it and you'll see you're up, take and drag your limit right to the top of it, right? And you will sometimes get ran over, which means that, you know, it goes over your price and kicks you out for profit. Or you can join the ass. But the only problem with that is if price comes against you, you've got to cancel it and then drag the limit down. All right?
Okay.
So
Can you show that again?
Yeah, okay.
If you don't mind.
All right. So say you're on Amazon.
You know, one thing would be good, Jerry, is at some point, maybe when you have a chance, if you could video record like in the beginning when you're trading to show people how you're in and out so fast.
Gotcha. Yeah, I do that. And I'll show them too. I don't think a lot of people believe when I say I'm up instantly. I'm up. I'm telling you, I'm up instantly. I mean, a lot of times Tesla's still short here, but I'm up instantly.
Yeah, I see the candle patterns. I just have a hard time currently following your keystrokes to get in that fast.
All right, add a Tesla. So Tesla hit target. I'm just gonna sell as it gets close. All right, so
It definitely seems like it's a repetition game just to get used to the feel for it. That's why I'm in no rush to get out of paper trading on this until I feel like I just have it down like the back of my hand.
Yeah. So right now, Amazon's consolidating. It's wedging. That's a bear flag, actually. It needs to break the low before you go. Tesla was short when it broke the candle on 15, the downside, part of it being the base of the green candle again. But let me show you. So the target on Tesla was 679.50. Okay, so say I get in. Okay, I'm instantly looking over here, and depending on what ticker and what I'm comfortable, getting at it, I'll instantly set a limit. In case I look away or something like that, it'll kick me out. Sometimes it'll come down and I'm red, and then I'm looking at where I'm going to place a stop. And what I do is I don't use a hard stop when I first get in there. but if you're new, you should use a hard stop, and the reason being is because it can hurt your account. You need to stop out. But it can be so volatile in the first few minutes. If it kicks down 10 cents, it could knock a hard stop out and then turn around and go right back up. Because the
That's
IV is
exactly what it did. Yeah.
so
So
as soon as I hop in-
when you say you set a limit, when you're using Active Trader right there, right where your mouse
Yeah.
is,
Yeah.
if you hit that and it's above the current price, like if it's
Yeah.
at 120, the current price is 120, and you
Yeah.
go to 125, is that automatically placing a stop at 125?
Yep, it's putting a limit sale. So as soon as you're in,
Okay.
say the price is 150, right? So you need to have this level 2 up. It's 150, right? So it'll be 150, and you see the spread here, and say you want to, at least $50 of this ticker, automatically hit the limit, it'll stay right there, right? And as price comes up, they're looking at the chart, and as price runs up and it keeps pushing, it breaks another point or something like that, you can take and drag this thing up.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Now, like, say you're
Yeah,
looking at it and it starts pulling back. Yeah, and it starts, okay, say you're up there at the top and all of a sudden it starts pulling back. You can take and drag it below. So say it's at 150. Then you're going to drag it below it, and then it says, instead of saying limit, now it says stop. All right? But you want to try to catch, that's if it's red. But you're going to limit below.
Okay.
You're going to try to limit below to try to keep as much profit as you can. All right. So you're basically, anybody that's trying to fill, you'll sell below the current price. But it's a lot better when you get filled on a limit because you're catching the top of the spread. The key is not to be greedy. You can't be greedy with this stuff. It's, first thing in the morning, all I'm doing is scalping. I'm scalping and I'm taking bits and pieces so I can build me a cushion up for the rest of the day. That's all I'm doing. I'm not catching big old huge gigantic moves, but I'm just building me a cushion now on
So
shots and
you're
everything,
setting- Sorry, you're setting a sell limit above. So when you catch the gamma spike or whatever it's called, you instantly get sold out.
Instantly, yep. Instantly. Yeah.
Cool.
And sometimes say I have a limit and I'm looking away and price is pushing up. Before I can grab this thing and push it up, another 10 or 20 points, price will run up. And a lot of times when price is pushing, if you're looking at a small ticker, you'll see there'll be 2 or 3 orders stacked here with numbers on it. When this thing starts spiking, this thing will open up 5 or 10 points, and you'll see order here, order way up here, order up here. So there'll be one at like 120, 125, 145. And so when you join the ask, you're catching the top of that first off, and it takes a few seconds to fill. Take 30 seconds to fill. But when you're setting your limit, you want to set the limit at the top. So you look at the ask. So say it's 150, but the ask, somebody selling the ask could be up at $182. Like Shopify this morning, it was roughly, I can't remember exactly, but I'll give you an example. It was $1,500, right? It was the price of the contract was 15, but I saw ask prices at like 1,900. So guess where I'm gonna set my limit? $1,900, right?
Sure.
And sometimes I might set it at $1,895 because I'm $5 cheaper than this other guy. You know what I'm saying? So where are they gonna go first? They're gonna buy my shit first at $18.90 for $5 cheaper.
Yeah.
And then I catch a $400 spike. So you got to keep your eye on the
That's
ask.
awesome.
Because the price
Okay.
of the contract is between the bid and the ask. So right now it's 36, so it'll be 50 cents. Well, this ain't right, but it'd be half the price of the bid and ask. So you would, if it's 36, if it's 36 cents, it'd be 18. So it'd be $1.18 for the thing. But you're looking at the ask because you always want to sell at the ask. You're catching the top of the spread. You see what I'm saying? As soon as price goes against you, you're chasing the bid now. So I'm looking at the ask as it spikes up.
So you
I'm
get
gonna set
in,
my-
go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
I think we might have just been maybe about to say the same thing. So you get in and you get in at, say, where your mouse is, 127, and the ask, you get in at the bid or the mark or whatever, and the ask instantly goes up to 135, or it's currently at 135. And so you set a join the ask to sell at 135.
Yeah, so look here, okay,
That's
right now
right.
I got an SE contract in here. If I bought it right now, it'd be at $1.45 here. All right. But I look at the ask, it's automatically, $15 ahead
One
of
six
the
one.
current.
Ah,
Right?
so
So
the
you could
level two
literally-
ask doesn't look like the 145. Is that the mark? I always thought the 145 was the ask.
Yeah, so 145 is what you're paying for it. That's what the value of this is, because you've got the spread, and the current price is a difference in this. It's about halfway. All right, so it's 140,
Oh.
160, half that's 150.
Yeah,
The-
see, I always thought that
The mark,
150 that
the
displayed was
mark
the ask.
is where that highlight is in the middle, But Jerry's up a little bit, in the middle where it says price. Yeah, where that 140, that's the
Right,
mark.
okay.
Yeah.
Right,
Right there.
okay. So it's displaying the mark and the
Yeah,
ask is
you'll
gonna be
see.
higher and you set yourself for the ask. Wow, okay.
Yeah, right here. So look, that's how you catch the spikes too. So, if you sell out, it's 140. If you join the ask right now, they're paying $1.55 for. So if you sell, if you're not greedy, because the current price they're paying that people want to, if somebody wants in right now, they're paying $1.55 at ask if they buy ask, unless they try to unless they try to buy a limit sale. If you want to buy the contract, you can set a price you're comfortable paying. But
So
Okay,
if
like you said in the
I were to
morning,
buy
if
this,
you're,
Yeah.
go ahead.
if I were to buy this SE contract that's showing right now for 140 and I hit buy market, would I buy it at 140 or would I buy it at the current 154 ask?
Probably 154. That's what you're
Yeah, that was my
Okay,
question
so
too.
then once I'm in and I'm filled, the ask is going to go up. So I glance at it and I now set a limit stop for the new ask.
I set it way above the ask. Because say you want to make $50. So you're gonna set it. So what I do is I look at this right here, 140, I set it at 190. And as price comes up, you'll
Okay.
still catch 190. You see what I'm saying? You're still gonna pay, they're
Yeah.
still gonna give you 190 for that, or $50. But I
And
do is I
when
look
you were
at the
talking about-
spread to catch the spikes.
Okay, sorry, keep going. Okay, so you look at the spread.
Yeah,
If
look
the
at the
spread's
spread.
50 cents, then you set it for 50 cents higher.
Well, I set it high. Okay, see the 140 there, that's what they're paying. That's what the value is right this second. So if I want to catch $50 more than that, I'm gonna add 50 cents to this, so 190. Yeah. Because you're not gonna
Okay.
sell out unless you catch, well, you gotta add $50 to this price here.
So when you were doing your Shopify example where it went up to 1900 and you set it to 1895, how did you find that target? Were you looking at volume?
I'm looking at ask, because when they're spiking like that, I'm telling you, you know how people chase stuff, right? So retail chases, they're FOMOing, there's marketing in. So they see something push up and all of a sudden they're like, oh shit, it's running, I gotta get in now. The people selling these contracts, man, will start throwing crazy spreads in. All right. That's why there's 10, 20, 30 points in between them, 100 points. Because when somebody markets in, they get the first available contract. Right. So when they're trying to get in as fast as they can for market, I'm getting out. So the spread can open up quickly. Because look, it's like a market, it's like supply and demand. So, if you want something, you want it now, and there's only one left, you're going to pay whatever it takes to get it. Right. So that's what happens. There's more people buying than they're selling. So people name their price, and when they use the retail people want to get in, they're paying top dollar for these things. And it drives the price up so fast because there's so many people trying to jump in right now. And that's how you catch
Got
the big
it.
old
And that's the
gamma
gamma
spikes.
spike?
Yeah, and what you do is you look the
Cool.
ask, you'll see it. It'll say 16, because it was jumping from 14 to 16 to 18. And when it got to like 16 on the price, and it was spiking to 18, 19, I set it to ask $5 below it. And it just fills you instant. As soon as I set it up there, it fills instantly. Now on the iPad-
Basically, basically a gamma spike is where you have out of the money calls or whatever direction you're going, and it starts, the gamma starts accelerating to where it gets closer to the money, and that's what causes it, the price of the option to increase fast.
Yeah. And another thing
Okay.
I've noticed too is, say I'm in something. Now, if it's not doing nothing, if it's sitting there chopping, well, guess what? The spread's wide. So people ask about the spreads being so crazy. But when I hop in, when this starts moving, that spread tightens way up. You know what I'm saying? So what you might look at now and it's chopping could be $200, but when I'm looking at it, it's like $50 wide. It's not there that wide. You know what I'm saying? As price spikes, it'll open up. But then if it starts to go down, you know what I'm saying? If it goes against you, it'll open back up again. It's wild. You know, you only know that just by, you've got to watch it. You've got to watch it. You know what I'm saying? That's the only way you're gonna know is by watching this stuff as it happens.
Yeah.
So like, for
Yeah, that
example,
makes sense. I'm playing one contract just to get a feel and not lose my butt too badly.
Yeah, I always never one contract. And with one contract, you can still make a lot of money. You don't need a bunch. Novak's a short.
I know.
I mean, I scalp, Tesla, Amazon, and Shop all day and make a lot of money just with one contract.
so like, for
That's
example, with
awesome.
Shopify, if you look at the spread right now, it's like $6.
Let me look at it.
And you were waiting to get in, you would just do the market and hope that you were filled in between.
Yeah, it'd fill you in between it. Let me pull it. Okay. Yeah, so when I hit them, I don't care. I could care less about the spread, frankly. But right now, let's throw one in the money out there. I'm gonna send it straight to AccuTrader so we can see exactly what it's doing. All right, so that in the money contract call options up there right now, and you see it, it's kind of spreading. Now, if this thing comes up, when this candle gets green, the current candle gets green,